Round 1 we were against Blurple. Pretty good matchup for Steel Song. They don't have a massive board wipe, so if we can flood the board, we're in pretty good shape. Try not to let them get too many characters down. But they ran this Kita with Ward. That was kind of hard for me to interact with. The 3/3 stat line was kind of a problem, and with the Ward I couldn't interact with it at all. And they were able to ramp with this a couple times, but I shift into my big aerial, which I thought was a pretty big threat against this deck. So they play a Popsicle, get their card draw. So they're going to use this ability to look at the top 2 cards. They put 1 into the Inkwell, they put 1 at the top of their deck. So then my opponent plays Into the Unknown, which kind of hurt that I had a pretty big body on the board. It was nice that I got to ramp for 2 ink, so that was kind of nice, but I definitely did not see that coming. So yeah, in this deck I can take out my opponents pretty easily with my Robin Hood and my songs, just keep the board clear, and Blurple has a pretty hard time recovering against that. And we were able to take this match 2-0. So one fun interaction we had, I was at 18 lore, I thought I had the game in the bag, and my opponent slams down a Monstro, which is as close to a board wipe as Blurple's going to get, but they were able to take out all 5 of my characters on board, and with the Popsicles keep going. Unfortunately, they ran out of cards after that, and I was able to get the win in the next couple of turns. Round 2, we played an Amber Steel Aggro deck, pretty similar to mine, but minus a whole new world. They had the daisies in there, the piglets, and I think we're pretty favored into this matchup. Big Ariel was just MVP today, taking out characters with her ability. Yeah, and so we were able to sing Along Came Zeus, use Ariel's ability, and we just clear the board. So very good matchup for us. We were able to take this one 2-0. Pete is really a defining factor in this game. You don't want to be the first one to Pete, because if you Pete on turn 3, then they're going to Pete on 4. So make sure that you don't play Pete. If you're going first, you want to play Pete on 4. Daisy Trigger. We actually got pretty lucky with the Daisy Triggers. It can kind of take some of your songs away, which is a pain. But we were pretty lucky with that. Rapunzel can also be huge in this matchup. A lot of times when you're playing an aggro deck, they're dumping their hand as fast as they can, and you don't want to give them more cards. So using Rapunzel to get that card draw is big in this matchup. Round 3, we're playing another mirror match, this time against a more traditional Steel Song with the Whole New Worlds. I do think he took out 2 Whole New Worlds to add Beyond the Horizon. I hadn't seen that before, but he did have about 20 uninkables, which in my opinion is a bit too high. I run 12. Any more than that, I find I can get bricked pretty easily. And I think he did have to make some suboptimal choices based on that. But this game really came down to who could keep their singers to stick. Game 3, I had been saving this Whole New World. My opponent's at 18 lore, 3 characters on board. I do have a pretty good sized board, it's just a matter of getting the board cleared so he doesn't get that last 2 lore. So I'm able to pull off the Whole New World. We draw 7 new cards. Ariel's ability came in huge, getting that 3 damage. I got the board cleared, and then I was able to quest up to 20 from there. Round 4, we played a Ruby Amethyst deck. I think it was the only Ruby deck we played today. And this can be a back and forth matchup. But if you dodge the Be Prepared, time your Pete's well, it can go pretty well. So here I just played a Whole New World. Get rid of, I think I got a Be Prepared there. Then I play the Pete, no actions. And you kind of just want to keep that going, right? You dump all your cards, wheel into a Pete, drop it. I'm not too worried about the library and the card draw, because sometimes I like them to get a lot of card draw, and then I just wheel it away the next turn. So it can be a very good matchup. You just want to watch for the Peter Pans. As soon as you see a Peter Pan, you want to try to deal with it, because that Shark's probably going to come down soon with Rush. So treat Peter Pans with caution. So if you can block the B preps and your opponent's just putting 1 character down at a time, you pretty much got it. You just got to take out that 1 character, keep questing, wheel, Pete, keep and go from there. Iago's pretty bad in this matchup. It's an illusion, so it vanishes every time you target it with an action, and I run about 20 actions, so anything, just sing it, hit it, it's gone. So then I put another Pete down. I do take out the library, just because I had that Along King Zeus that I hit it with, and 1 lore from the Pete wasn't a huge deal. But yeah, see, let the Storm Rage on, banish the Iago. Just not great into this matchup. Strength, take out the Genie. Quest it out, no actions for him the next turn. And we want this pattern to keep going, right? We're going to try to wheel, get new cards, put another Pete down, keep questing. You just want to be careful not to overcommit into the B prep. Then we made it to top 8 against a Purple Steel, got the bounce package and the Genie. This deck pretty good matchup for us unless they get that Pete on 3, Pete on 4, and then start bouncing it with the snake. So here we just see Ariel at work, right? She clears the board, sings a whole new world. As long as you can keep that board clear, you should be in good hands. Be careful with the whole new world. If they have a lot of cards in their hand, it's a good time to do it. If they don't, maybe hold off. Beast kind of put in some work in this matchup, getting that card draw. But yeah, big Ariel, very underrated card, came up huge. I was able to sing multiple songs, use her multiple times a turn, see strength, take out the goat, use her ability, take out the crab, just clear the board, quest it out. Very good matchup unless they get the Pete bounce. Then we get to top 4. I was playing a different Blurple player. This one with those bells, that can be kind of tricky. You just want to be careful they don't take out your Robin before it shifts. It is really good. I got a Vanessa out as a Rapunzel target. It can be really good in this matchup into that bell. But that bell is just going to want to make you be careful about singing with your Cindys or questing with your Robin Hoods if you don't have to. But same deal with Blurple. You want to try to flood the board. They don't have massive board wipe. Use your singers to take care of their genies, their evasive stuff, and pretty good matchup for Steel Song. Here, my Vanessa's just able to sing along King Zeus, take out the bell. Now here's, I think, a moment where you want to be careful because, Bell doesn't take out the Ursula, so he's thinking I'm going to put some damage on that Ursula so I can take her out next turn. But I'm on going into turn 4 with that Rapunzel, so you know what's coming down, and I definitely take advantage of that. So here I think the better play would have been to take out my Ariel, but he exerts the Robin Hood, I think, trying to prevent the shift that he's seen me do before, and then he can take out the Robin with the Elsa, and then puts the 3 damage onto my Vanessa, which again, you want to be mindful of Rapunzels, because I definitely have one in hand. So yeah, put down the Rapunzel, draw 3, boom. So we get to the finals and we run into the mirror match again, same player as round 3. So I'm going to play the whole game here. It was such a good game. This is game 3. We're 1-1. I got pretty destroyed on round 2, so feeling pretty bad at this moment. But I start with a Cindy, pretty good first play. The only issue is I have no removal in my hand. I have no songs. He opens with the Robin Hood. I play the Troubadour. My opponent does run the Calhoun in the 2 slot, but that just adds to the uninkable count. I think that was a call to deal with some of the early aggro threats that we see in the meta right now. So he also plays the Troubadour down, quests. This is one where if I had along King Zeus and took out that Troubadour, I'd be in a great position right now. But not having that, I'm kind of stuck. So I put down Pete, blocking actions. I don't have any songs, but now he can't sing any either. I didn't have an Ariel in my hand. I use my Cindy and my Troubadour to take out the Robin Hood, the mindset being if he shifts that on 3, I'm in a pretty bad spot. But he gets the Ariel down, grabs in along King Zeus. I have a turn of peace because he cannot sing at this turn with my Pete. So I ink for turn, play the Bianca with the Troubadour's ability, and I just quest. I have absolutely no removal. That could have been such a good turn if I had any sort of removal. But I am just hurting for removal. So I put the Bianca down, fully expecting, knowing that it's going to get destroyed with the along King Zeus next turn, because I saw him pull it. So he starts on King Zeus right to the Bianca. But I guess now my Pete survived, so I still have a couple singers on board, so we're not in terrible shape right now. But it's definitely not great, as we get some removal. Okay, puts a Pete down, so now I can't even sing if I had anything. Then he takes out my takes out the Pete, and that hurts, because I could have traded in with that Ariel. So now I got a Troubadour that can't sing, and no removal in hand. I pull a second Bianca, put that down, just trying to get anything to stick to the board. My hopes of winning this are kind of going down the drain at this point. And he sings, and I think this is the turning point in the game. He thinks about it, because he doesn't know if it's a good idea. I only have 2 cards in hand. And in the mirror match, you don't want to be the one to sing Whole New World unless you're in a winning position where you have singers that can take everything out. But he sings Whole New World, and all I have in my hand is 2 Whole New Worlds. So I say, thank goodness, and I draw 7 new cards. So he plays Naveen with Grab Your Swords. Again, a lot of uninkables in this deck, but pretty cool combo when it works. Luckily, I got the resist on the Troubadour, so he survives, and he's not able to take out my Bianca. So I'm in okay shape now. It's not terrible. I got 2 singers on the board and a full hand of cards. Finally have some removal after having none. And I think if this Bianca had gone down, it'd be game over. So I play my aerial, establish another singer, try to find a song, get a Cindy down, just one more singer. Bianca's just such a beast with that 5/5 stat line. I trade right into that aerial. Troubadour sings, strength, takes out the Naveen. And it looks like I'm in okay shape again, right? He's down to Pete and a Troubadour. I got 4 singers on board. Well, 3 singers and a very large character. And it seems to be I'm in a winning position now. So then he plays the Naveen. Strength takes out my Troubadours, or I'm sorry, my Bianca. That kind of hurt. Puts down a Calhoun. Pete trades into my Troubadour. And then over to me. So now he's got 4 characters on board. I'm down to a Cindy and an aerial. I shift. Big aerial. She's been huge all day for me. Cindy sings. Let the Storm Rage on. Finish that Pete off. Have to choose between the Naveen and the Calhoun. Definitely the Naveen with the Singer 6. I do quest for 2, so I'm 4-4, tie game at this point. Seem to have the board back a little bit. But this game is just whoever can get their singers to stick, you know. So he plays a Robin Hood, pretty big threat. And a Smee. Takes out my Cindy, gains 2 lore. And quests for 1 with the Troubadour. My opponent played this deck more like an aggro deck than I do. I don't know if I would quest the Troubadour there. I mean, I guess it's safe from the aerial, but... So over me, I put a Beast down, trying to get some more card draw. 1 cost Robin Hood. Finish off that Calhoun, 3 damage onto my aerial. But I have no removal as well, so... We're both trying to find some songs to deal with the enemy's game plan. Another Naveen. Smee into my aerial. Robin Hood. Gains 2 lore. I do put 3 damage on that Robin Hood, which is almost worse for me because you might be able to Rapunzel heal it. So now I'm down to a Beast and Robin. He's at 10 lore with that Robin Hood play. He's got a Naveen, a Troubadour, Robin Hood, and another Troubadour now. So the game is starting to slip away from me quickly. I need to do something about this. I do get the extra draw from the Beast, which is nice. I put 2 damage and then finish off that big Robin Hood. Didn't want him to get the card draw because he is top decking at this point. So that was a costly play, but I think it was the right play. Put a Pete down. No more actions. I want to keep this Beast alive. Then I pass to my opponent. So he plays the Smee. Top decked it. He's completely out of cards, and he quests for 4. He's going to go up to 14. It's getting dangerously close to 20 there. So I got a Beast. I'm really reluctant to use my Beast to start clearing the board. I'm really valuing this extra card draw. But I put a damage onto the Troubadour. Put a Namari down. Now Namari had been worthless for me all day. I don't think I'd played her once. But she came in clutch here. When you play her, you get to draw a card and discard a card. And then at the beginning of every turn, you get to do the same thing. You just want to be careful because you have to do it before you draw for turn. So my opponent reads the card. I use the Pete, trade with the Naveen, and I really don't want to use the Beast to do it, but with that 1 damage on the Troubadour, I'm able to take out the Troubadour with the Beast. But there goes my extra card draw per turn. So he's down to just a Smee and a Troubadour. Top deck's a 1-drop Cindy. His top decks these last 3 turns are terrible. So the 1-drop Cindy comes down. He's thinking about trading into my Beast. I don't know what's the right play here. I mean, I don't get the extra card draw, and I'm the one trying to catch you. So you're kind of in full aggro mode. You're top decking. Probably questing out is the right thing to do. But this is one of the turns I think he thought about the most. You take out the Beast, you quest for 3, you're at 14 lore. So he ultimately decides quest for 3 up to 17. He's got game on board over to me. So I use Namari's ability. Pull Lawrence. Discard a Robin, 1-drop Robin Hood. Namari is huge. You can take out literally anything at this point. So I take out the 2 characters, and he's got the 1-drop Cindy. I put down Robin Hood. So I take out his characters. He's got 1-drop Cindy on board. Now my opponent does run the big Cindy, so if he shifts here, it's game over. But he top decks a strength of a Raging Fire. Literally the worst top deck at this point. It is able to finish off my beast, which is nice. Any quest for 1 up to 18. So I'm at 4, got a ways to go here. But again, using Namari's ability, take out the Cindy with my Robin Hood, gain 2 lore, quest for 4 more, go up to 10. And we pass the turn, and he top decks a 1-drop Robin Hood. Alright, so I use Namari's ability, discard World's Greatest Criminal Mind, which in retrospect, bad move. If the big Cindy comes out, I have no way to deal with it. But I'm able to clear that Robin Hood because I'm afraid of the shift. And I quest up to 16. So my opponent's turn. I don't think he can answer my board and get to 20, but now he draws the big Cindy, which could have been detrimental if that had been a couple turns ago. So great game. I'm able to quest up from there to 22 and take the game. Very good match, very good player. This was a very fun tournament. 17 players, 5 rounds, cut to top 8. The MVP of the day was definitely Ariel Spectacular Singer. Just her ability to draw you a song, Singer 5, every tournament she's probably going to be your MVP. The biggest surprise I found was Ariel Sonic Warrior. I think she's been very underrated since she came out in set 4, but so helpful in clearing the board. I think that Steel Song taking out Grab Your Swords is only possible when you're running a couple of her. Just the ability to sing the song and then pay 2 to deal 3 extra damage to somebody. This disappointment, I think I would say World's Greatest Criminal Mind. I hate that I have to have a card in my deck just in case I run into a shark. And it's a great answer to the shark, but all day I think I saw 1 shark come out and I used a Zeus on it, so I didn't even use it then. It was ink most of the day, and I ended up in that last game 3 of the finals. I discarded it, and I should have kept it just in case that big Cindy came out, and I didn't need to, so didn't use it once all day. It was only ink. I do think I'll keep a couple, just because I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. If you want to see an analysis of this deck and why I chose the certain cards that I chose and the different ratios, please click this video. And as always, if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and share with a fellow Illuminator, and keep learning Lorcana one misplay at a time.